Now second technique is 2D partitioning. Now see how 2D partitioning is done. In this case, see this is a n by n matrix, and this is n by 1 matrix, that is a vector. In this case, what we are doing, in previous case what we have done, we have allocated complete row to one process, complete row to one process, complete row to one process. In this case, in 2D partitioning, what we will do, we will allocate one element to one process. So here there will be one process, here there will be one process, here will be one process. So all these elements we are allocating to different processes. So suppose there are n rows and n columns. So total elements will be n square element. So total there will be n square processes. Total there will be n square processes. Now see this vector. Now we will assume whatever the processes which are holding last column of this matrix, they also have this vector value. In the sense, this element, so whatever the process who is purchasing this element also have this element. Whatever the process who has this element also has this element. Whatever the process who has this element have this element. So processes who are holding this last column of matrix, they are also holding this vector. Now see, to multiply these two vectors, so anyhow we are using multiple processes, so this computation will be done parallelly. How it will be done? Now see, that's the first step that we have to do, that is one to one communication. Now what do you mean by one to one communication? So already I have told, these vector values are held by these processes. Now what these processes will do, this process will share this value to this process. This value will get shared to this process. This value is shared to this process. Here you can see diagonally. So look at it. Now in this case, every element has separate process. Every process is holding one element from this matrix. Now what we'll do, first step is one-to-one communication. That means, so process, so this element is held by this process. So what it will do, it will share with this process. This process is holding this value, so it will share with this diagonally, this diagonal process. This process is holding this value, so it will share with this process. Here you can see this process is holding this value, it will share with this process. This process is holding this value, it will share with this. So it will keep with itself only. So these elements, so these are the vector elements, they are shared diagonally. Here you can see they are shared diagonally. So for that we require one to one communication. So these processes, they are sharing with the processes which are holding these diagonal elements. So here processes which are holding diagonal elements. Here you can see. So this is how vector is distributed. So this is a one-to-one communication. This is the one-to-one communication. So that is the first step. In next step, so already I have told in previous step that we have seen. So for multiplication, we require these elements and these elements, these elements and these elements. So we require complete vector. Now see, in next step, what will be done? Process which is holding this value, it will broadcast it to all the processes. Process which is holding this value, it will broadcast with the all the processes. Process who is holding this value, which will broadcast to all the processes. Again same, this process will broadcast this value to all the processes. So that's why we are saying it one to all broadcast. This process is sharing with all the processes. This process is sharing this value to all the processes in this column. This process is sharing to all the other processes in this column. That is one to all broadcast. All broadcast in the sense in that column, processes in that column. After that, so this process, now look at this. Processes got these values. So this process will have the first value of the vector. So it will find out the multiplication. This process already it has that particular value and also got second value of the vector. It will find out that value. It will perform multiplication of those values. This process already it has that this value. So 0th row and third column. So already it has 0th row and second column. So already it has that value, and also because of this all to all broadcast, it has got third value of the vector. So it will find out the multiplication. In the same way, every processes will do one multiplication. After that, now see, all this result should get collected to the processes which are holding this column element. So these column processes finally they will have the resultant matrix or result. So what they will do, this process has calculated this multiplication. Now that should get transferred to this process. This process has done some multiplication, that should get transferred to this process. This process has done multiplication, that should get transferred to this process. Again, same. All the processes will transfer that multiplication, intermediate multiplication to these processes. And for that, they require all to one reduction. Why all to one reduction? Because all these processes they are sharing this value to one process. All these processes they are sharing this value to one process. All these processes they are sharing this value to one process. All the processes sharing this value to one process. And finally, these processes will have final result. Okay. So just I am giving summary of this. So here it is a 2D partitioning. So what we are doing here, all the elements are allocated to individual separate process. So suppose there are n rows and n columns. So total elements are n square. Total number of elements are n square. So we are taking n square processes. One process will have one element. Another process will have another element. So this is a one process holding that value. Another process holding that value. And this is a vector. Initially, this vector is held by the processes who are holding this last column. So whatever the process who is holding this value is also holding this vector. Whatever the process who is holding this value is also holding this value. Now see, first step that we require is a one-to-one communication. So processes those are holding this value, they will communicate with this. So this value will get communicated or transferred or shared with this process. This value will get shared with this process. This value will get shared with this process. This value will get shared with this process. So you can see diagonally these processes are shared. So here is one-to-one communication. Here it is one-to-one communication. Here one-to-one communication you can see. After that, now see, for finding result, every process require all values of this vector. So we need to transfer all this value to all the other processes. So for that, now see, this process require this second vector value because this process will multiply this value with this value. Now see, this process will multiply this value into this value. This process will multiply this value with this value. So they require this value. So processes which are holding this value, they also require this value. Processes in this column which are holding this value, they also require this value of the vector. So this value should get broadcast to all the other processes. This value should get broadcasted to all the other processes. This value should get broadcasted to all the other values, and that's why we require one to all broadcast. So this process will broadcast this value to all the processes. This process will broadcast this value to all the other processes. This process will broadcast this value to all the other processes. So this value means These are the values from the vector. These are the elements of vector. Here you can see. So now all elements of vector are shared to the processes. So every process, now this process, what it will what they will do. So the process already it has some value, so it will multiply that value with first value of vector. This process already it has some value, it will multiply with the second value of vector. This process already it has some value, it will multiply with the third value of vector. In the same way, your all processes they will perform one multiplication. Now see, we have to do addition of all these value. We have to perform addition of all these value. So see, those addition and final result are accumulated, are collected in by these processes. So see, this value should get transferred to this value. This value should get transferred to this process. This value should get shared with this process. This value also should get shared with process, and this process finally will sum up all these value. In the same way, all these values should get transferred to this process, and this process will find out addition of all these values. So for that we require all to one reduction. That is the third step. That is the all to one reduction. That means all these values are transferred to one process. All these values are transferred to one process. All these values should get transferred to one process. So that is the third step. That is all to one reduction. So in 2D partitioning, we require these three steps: one to one communication, one to all broadcast, and all to one reduction. Okay. So in this case, how many processes that we have considered? So total elements were n square, n rows and n columns. So total number of elements were n square. So we have considered n square processes. But what if suppose whatever the processes that we have are lesser than these n square elements. So total number of elements are n square. But suppose our processes are smaller than n square. So in that situation, what we'll do, each process will have some block. So see here it is shown. So it will have some block of elements. So every process instead of having one element, it will have this block of element. Another process will have this block of element. Third process will have this block of element. So see, so every process, so we are assuming suppose there are p processes which is smaller than n square processes, n square element. So every process will have these many elements are that is that block. So that is number of rows, number of column, n by root p, n by root p into n by root p. So that every process will have this block like this. Suppose number of processes are smaller than the n square, that is total number of elements. So one process will have such kind of block, another process will have such kind of block, third process will have some block. So what will be the size of that block? It will be like this: n by root p into n by root p. That will be the size of the block. So in this way, matrix vector multiplication is done parallelly, and for that there are two techniques. One is row wise 1D partitioning, and another is 2D partition. So friends, I hope you like this video. If is, then click on like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press bell icon so that you will get notification of my next video. So stay connected. Thank you.